What's going on, guys? It's your boy Kev here, back with another Prize Picks video. Guys, we're going over the Thursday night football matchup tonight between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. Should be a somewhat interesting matchup. The Dolphins obviously have been pretty lackluster after beating my Pats. That was the highlight of their season. And, Ravens have been great. A couple ups and downs, but I think the Ravens look awesome this year and, definitely a top contender in playoffs if they keep this up. So, let's get right to it. And guys, I'll give you my synopsis. I give you every single video. If you're new to the channel or new to Prize Picks is essentially a daily fantasy sports betting platform where instead of just picking players, you are betting over the on the under and over of point projections. So as you see here, we got Lamar Jackson at 25 points. I can pick whether I think he's going to do better or worse than 25 points, and I pair that 2, 3, 4, or 5 times like a parlay. And you can mix it with different sports. MMA is up now, so I'll show you some of mine that I like. I'll give you a real one for MMA here. I'll give you a real one. I'll go Miguel Baeza over because I do think he wins that fight. And if he does, he's a great scorer and he will definitely clear that. So I like Miguel Baeza over 87.5. But yeah, so that's how you do it, guys. If you do sign up, please use code DGF. It helps us out a lot. It helps you out as well because we're running a promo where you will get a 100% match of your deposit up to $100. For your first deposit. So you deposit $100, you get $100 in credit back. So it's free money. Definitely do it, and that's by using code DGF. But let's get into this, guys. I've been pissing through these showdown slates for Prize Picks. I know there's not a lot to unpack for most of these. I'm not going to give you anything. This isn't a GPP where I see upside with every single thing, the play that has potential. This is just the obvious picks, and there's not a ton of them usually on Thursday night or Monday night football slates, but There are a couple. I'm going to go through some ones I like first, and then I'm going to go reverse order here. I'm going to go like and love. Solid picks that I wrote down that I think are okay if we go over to fantasy score. I'm going to go for Mike Gesicki. Over 10.5. He's averaging about 12.3 this year. Should be playing from behind. It's not a bad spot for him. Same with Jalen Waddle at 14. They should be playing from behind. Maybe you think Myles Gaskin gets in the end zone again or catches a couple balls. He's a good pass catching back. Again, they should be playing from behind. So someone is going to absolutely, clear, and maybe all three clear, depending. I think this game had a 46.5 over under, something like that last I checked. So, it has some shootout potential. It's not expected, but it does. I could easily see this getting to shootout territory, especially with the pace the Ravens keep. But yeah, that's going to do it for my solid picks. But my more confident picks, I like Marquise Brown over 14.5. Not as touchdown dependent as he once was. He's doing a lot better this year in terms of consistency. So I think he can clear this whether with his yardage, his PPR, or his touchdown. Either way, I think he can clear. He's averaging almost 19 fantasy points per game this year. So this is actually very low under his average. We're facing Miami, who I'll talk about in a second, and you'll understand why I like it even more. And let's get into that. So my favorite pick on the slate, I think this is a very obvious one. Again, you never know what's going to happen. But Lamar Jackson over 232.5 passing yards is absolutely the easiest one on the slate for me. He's cleared this in every single game except for one. He's averaging 276 passing yards per game. So this is all great. He's over this. It already looks good. And when a situation like this comes up, then you got to look at the defense. Like, well, this all sounds great on paper, but how's the defense? How are they doing against, quarterbacks? How are they doing against the pass? Miami's terrible. They are 30th in passing yards against right now. They are absolutely terrible. This is a no-brainer pick. Hence why I liked Marquise Brown too. I mean, this is the most favorable matchup you could ask for almost. And Lamar Jackson's been smoking this line here, so I absolutely think that's the most obvious pick on the slate for me. We don't have a quarterback for obvious reasons for Miami, but maybe that'll come out and we'll get a look at that if they drop it before the slate locks. But that's going to do it, guys. I told you, short and sweet. Lamar Jackson, most obvious play on the slate for his passing yards. Couple others, obviously Miami should be playing from behind, and if you want to target some of their pass catchers, it makes sense to me. If you want to go under, another one I'll mention real quick. We don't talk a lot about unders in football just because football's scary. It's so easy to clear. It's not like basketball where it's a little more predictable. Where I used to do when I did Prize Picks for NBA, it used to be a lot more of the unders we target. The only under that I see that makes sense is Mark Andrews. He could blow this up. He has a 42-point game this year or something. But that being said, Mark Andrews will score less than 13 points more times than not, 100%. 100%. He will always, more times than not, score less than 13 points. I mean, he could clear just as easy. It might be a line of, 70% of the time he doesn't clear, 30% times he does, or 60-40. But more times than not, he will not clear 13. So something to think about if you want to take a little risk there too. But thank you guys for tuning in. Again, if you sign up, please use code DGF. It helps us, helps you. And thanks for watching, guys. Let's cash.